If you get in guild chat. I don't know who's on.
Who are you talking to?
Justin.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes they get a little wild.
A little wild.
A little wild.
Un poquito.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Sorry. Well, okay. So...
If I show pictures, would I just have to cover up my face?
Whatever works for you.
I think it's gonna be I mean this podcast is mostly audio. But...
Oh, okay.
Right,
I didn't know.
So yeah, I mean if they want to watch it on YouTube or on Twitch, because we're live right now.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
You just threw us straight in.
Yeah, no introduction, huh?
No.
Oh, by the way, we're live now.
I feel like they know though because
I said welcome to the mayhem. So I mean this is what always happens, right?
I genuinely assumed you were just shading us. I didn't expect that was you announcing that we'd started. How dare! I require a 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Jesus! Give me sass already. Hello.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
This is you invited this.
This is why I put you. This is why I took you both on here. Yeah. No, I knew what I would get myself into.
Every time.
Welcome to another episode of Cosplay Bites, the show about cosplay, conventions, and all the other nerdy bits and bytes.
Hey, what number episode is this?
This is 100.
Gross.
Ah, special. We're special.
Yeah.
We're a space show.
Jessica said she was too busy, so she couldn't make time. I knew it was a long shot.
Are we not special anymore? Are we your second tier?
I didn't want to bring...
Rude.
No, shut up.
Rude.
Stop.
I know, I'm over here like, I'm gonna judge you for this one.
Yo.
Should I have kept my mouth shut? Maybe. I don't know.
Yes! Oh my god! Never tell tier 2 that they're your tier 2. I don't want to be B team. I'm your A team. We were always A team.
We were always A team.
Yes. We're gonna retcon. We were always your first choice.
Yes. Okay. Oh boy. All right.
We're becoming the 8th choice now. Our choice numbers are dwindling.
Oh, come on. How long have I known you two?
Long enough.
Is this a legit question? Because it's been a while.
I mean, I don't know numbers.
Is it almost 10 years?
Gross. What? No. You knew me when I was 1?
Oh.
I'm only 11.
I can't remember because I met Mink first. Then I met Danny.
I feel like you met Mink the same day that you met me.
In person, but we had known each other. Yeah.
Fair. Right. I mean, you and I knew each other for a while. Digitally.
Yeah.
But we just never ran into each other.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I think we're making a linear distinction between meeting for the first time in person and meeting for the first time digitally.
Right.
So I guess first time ever.
Because I knew
in
you
person
both,
or digitally.
I knew you both digitally before physically meeting.
Digitally.
That's cosplay, baby.
Literally.
Wow.
Literally, that is how most cosplay friendships start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also the age of technology, and not everybody can travel.
This is the dawning of the age of technology. Age of technology.
You gotta hold the note.
Technology.
Like that Age of Aquarius song.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
You're going for.
That's
okay.
what we're doing. It's just, it's the morning.
Yeah. It's not that early. It's like
I know, and I've been up for literally hours.
Yes.
I actually slept in only because I stayed up till like 1:30 watching the first half of the Suzume movie.
I don't even know what that is.
It's not Studio Ghibli. I think it's actually by the people who did Your Name
Oh,
or
that
Your
movie.
Lie in April.
Yeah.
Or
That movie. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Was it good?
it was good.
Oh, nice.
I like giggled. I like teared up.
I
I
laughed,
was
I
like on the
cried.
edge. Yeah, all of that. I was trying not to like
I
be a
laughed,
baby.
I cried, I threw up a little.
You know what's really funny? We've been like on for like, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We still have not like done introductions. The poor listeners are like, who's talking right now?
Who are
What
you
is
people?
happening?
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Brilliant. Wow. The governor?
That's a great impression.
That was a brilliant impression. Change that.
Okay, all right.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Okay. I'll let you do
So-
introductions.
So I'm
Oh, yeah.
joined by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mink the Satyr. I'm joined by Mink the Satyr and Dannylion.
Yay!
Hi.
And I won't distinguish who's who, so that's for the viewers and listeners to figure out.
Oh, shady.
Yeah.
How much you're watching this virtually or... Oh, I need more coffee. Okay.
People are still mixing us up, by the way.
I don't know how they're doing that
People are
auditorially.
still doing it.
I assume they're just doing it visually, like, and not auditorially, because we have very distinctive voices.
I know.
You
I
have
know.
a cute little anime waifu voice, and I have, like, I don't know, a mommy voice.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
I guess then if you're gonna do ooh, then I have to live in like the da da da.
I was gonna say you
Yeah,
gotta do that.
that's
Okay.
a good one.
Wow, yeah. I'm
Oh,
I know
she's
my lane.
She's in tune. She knows what she's doing.
I know my lane.
So yeah, 100th episode. Also a look back on this year, because wouldn't you believe it, Christmas is next Monday, not tomorrow.
Oh my. Wait, it's on Monday?
No.
Christmas is on a Monday.
Oh boy. Did
Yeah,
I
it
finish
is.
Shopping? Did I
I
finish
don't-
shopping?
I'm still.
I'm done shopping.
I think I finished shopping.
I have like nothing wrapped.
I mean, same, but that's
I'm not
it's
wrapping
usually
shit. I don't wrap.
Christmas Eve.
I
8
don't wrap.
p.m. I do the wrapping so that Christmas Day, 8 a.m., like 12 hours later, it's just like, here you go. I worked so hard for 5 minutes to wrap your present. Please unwrap it.
Yeah, I do kind of feel like it is kind of a waste. But at the
Paper?
same
Yes.
time, the joy of just ripping something to shreds and being like, aha!
That objective truths. Everybody enjoys ripping things to shreds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I that ASMR of like the crinkling paper.
Oh, you like that? I do not. I'm not a crinkle ASMR.
Crunch.
My
Crunch.
ASMR is gonna be like just somebody telling me something. Like I just really like when someone talks about a topic that they're knowledgeable on. I think I just like documentaries. I think what I'm trying to say is documentaries, please.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own ASMR.
I kind of like the peeling stuff too.
You would if you like crinkle. You'll love peeling. Next, you're gonna say you enjoy it when they do like tapping.
No, I hate that.
Yeah, no one. How do you feel about mouth sounds
No.
ASMR?
No, I'm all set. Thank you. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you do that,
I-
do that on the spicy site with all the mouth ASMR stuff.
Yeah, where they're all like,
they're licking the ear microphones and.
No.
that's so okay. I am not gonna yuck someone else's yum, but there's something about the ear microphone that like, ooh, that gives me the wiggities. You know what I mean?
Well, I spent my whole life being like lectured by my dad to like keep my mouth shut while I'm like chewing. Don't
Oh.
make slurping noises. Like all of that stuff. I'm like,
How are you ever going to enjoy ramen politely then? It is polite to slurp your ramen.
It's required.
Yeah.
I slurp quietly.
Well, you gotta. It's loud or
Yeah,
nothing.
louder.
If Food Wars
I
has taught me
also-
nothing else.
I also cannot stand it when somebody slams a door.
I mean, that seems legit.
I
No,
understand
I'm
if
the
it's an
same.
accident, but like when somebody's just like, "Ha!" like I'm like,
I'm sorry. When they're like, what?
no. Ha!
Brilliant.
No. This comes from a true place because
Sounds like you're making a Pokemon sound. when you do
wow.
that. Like,
I cannot.
Is that Noivern?
That was my attempt at Noivern. We all know that I will never be
Yeah.
Natalie
'Cause
Funha.
I'm trying to think of what Pokemon is like. Oh no, you were a Zubat when you did it. It's like,
Eep eep.
eep eep. That's what it was.
No, that's like an old school Geodude.
Oh, also, I mean, let's be real. There were maybe in the original, there were maybe like 20 audio clips.
20
that
sound bites.
they pitched up, they pitched down, they reversed, or in some cases, just straight up used the same soundbite. I'm looking at you, Paris and Mewtwo.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, like my door slamming. Like one of my little labs is like a little drop off like hole in the wall with a little door. And like we have like I put bells on the door like so it sounds like a bookstore when it opens. And we have a doorbell, but there are some people who will open and shut that door, like slam it a couple of times to get my attention. And I'm just like,
that's
bells,
a terrible way to get
bells,
someone's attention.
Bells. Like there's bells everywhere. Don't slam the door. You're 20 years older than me. You should know better. Like,
well, that's the reason. It's like, okay, boomer.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I hate it. I'm like, it's rude.
My hatred of door slamming just stemmed from the last apartment I was in when I was living with psychos, and it wasn't. Well, no, because like the front door that leads into like the front part of the building was like, it was like heavy and like it would just shut immediately, and like if you just let it go, it just creates a giant noise regardless. And
it's just obnoxious.
Psychos don't know how to shut the door quietly.
I mean, I would argue psychos don't know how to do a lot of things, as is typically mandated by the social contract.
This is true.
Hence,
well, you want to talk about
moniker.
Serial killers. They're actually the most charismatic people, which is really frightening.
Well, yeah, because now we're starting to get into like, actual like psychopathy and what that means.
And we went down the toilet.
No, we just went down. We meandered down a brook, a lovely brook.
I don't know who's calling me, but I ain't answering the phone. No, thank you. I'm busy.
Yeah, you're busy with your A-team.
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 No, I think we should be S-team for super.
Oh, yeah.
Super.
Absolutely.
We're S tier. We're the best of the best.
Yeah,
S++.
Okay. So, we were
I'm sorry, did you have an agenda?
I do. Have you told me?
I took that agenda, smushed it up, and did my paper ASMR with it, and then I threw it across the room.
I did have an agenda, but I mean, we're going on our 70th tangent.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're fine.
No.
You knew we were gonna be on tangent.
I knew we would. I knew this would. Why else would I bring you on if I didn't know I would get myself into?
It's Mink Tangent Danny.
I'm just
milestone episode. More exciting.
I'm more surprised that you generated an agenda.
Yeah, me too. I know.
I'm impressed. I'm alarmed. There's a lot of big feelings.
Yeah, because it's tough. Because like, with the other guest ideas I had for 100, it would be like most of them were like the first time I would have them on. But then for you two, it's like, I mean, like I've seen you girls post like either you're streaming or convention that you've been to or photo shoots. Because like Danny and I were talking earlier how she didn't go to a lot of cons, but I would see her post cosplays that she's done, photo shoots. So it's like, oh, there's something.
I 1000% this year, like. It's not that I abandoned cosplay. I didn't abandon it. I still love it, and it holds very important, you know, part of my life and hobbies. But I gave myself a lot of self-care this year, and I elected not to go stupid crazy. And that
Sure.
coincided incidentally also with my closing of my Patreon, because that was like one of those things where like I had, by having a Patreon, I was forcing myself to make sure I had content for my patrons every
Yeah.
month. Every month I had to have something new. And granted, that was, you know, contrived by myself and no one else. It's not like any of my patrons were putting pressure on me, but it was stressful.
You were putting pressure on yourself inadvertently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, it's a
1000%
second job.
self-inflicted. It was very much a second job. It was like the third and fourth job too. It was a lot, because technically my second job was cosplay, but like neither here nor there. I mean, even just like arranging photo shoots, having the time to do the photo shoots, because that, like, you know, that occupies the better part of your day on your limited times off. I mean, yeah, I don't have to tell you twice about that, Danny.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So last December, I gave you my heart. The very next day, no, I'm sorry, I have to stop. No, last December,
it's in my head now. It's in my
It's
head.
in my head now. It's in my head now.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I decided I was going to close my Patreon so that I wouldn't have to pay taxes on it in 2023, like one does. And I'll tell you that kind of broke my like drive to make a cosplay a month. And so yeah, have I made cosplay this year? Yeah, I've made like 2 or 3 cosplay. You know, without having Patreon, it is a lot more expensive financially for me to make costumes because I'm not being paid to do so. But it health-wise, I feel like it was what was the thing that I needed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, you do you. I mean, and you needed a recovery year.
Well, yeah,
Like,
I had IRL health problems in 2022. Wait, was it 2022? Yeah.
It
Okay.
started in like halfway. No, actually, it started more towards the beginning. It was like spring, because you
No,
were
it was the summer.
overseas,
It was the
weren't you?
summer. Yeah, but that was in the
Oh,
summertime.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely needed at least a year out from that.
Oh, she needed time.
So
That's okay though. I mean, and I feel like when you slow down and you like actually like take care of yourself, everything feels a little bit more like successful. I don't know. That's me speaking for me though.
Sure.
yeah.
No,
Because
I mean,
I
I think
have
that's
only
solid.
taken on like passion projects and things that I felt like making versus making things that I felt like I was pressured into, you know?
Right. So let me look at my notes here. What was the last con that you were both at? If
At
you
the
can
same
remember.
Together?
time?
Together, separately, however you want to swing it.
Pop Cult?
That was the last one we were at together, I think.
Yeah.
Granite, I think, was the last con that I was at.
And
Grand
Pop
State
Cult was my
Comic-Con.
last one.
Yeah. Rhode Island Comic-Con was in November, but my younger brother was getting married that weekend, so, you know, for the folks who were like, hey, Mink, you going to Rhode Island? I was like, no, going to, gonna go to my brother's wedding. I feel like that one's more important.
I would, yeah.
And I
I'm not an
put out my
expert.
feelers. I was like, if Mink goes, I'll go, but if Mink's not going, then I'm not gonna try.
I knew like a year in advance that was a no-go for me.
Yeah, my last one was Fan Expo. I went with my best friend, and that was their first con ever. I believe they've been to like horror conventions before, but we had a blast.
This is Fan Expo Boston?
Fan Expo Boston for one day.
That was in August, I want to say.
That was in August. Yep.
Did you hear this year it's going to be this year. In 2024, it's going to be in June.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
They are changing the game.
There are a lot of cons doing time changes for some
Yeah, but
reason.
they're all, for whatever reason, booking for the exact same weekend in June, which I think is Father's Day weekend, which I think is my birthday weekend. You know, just saying. What did you get?
Well, now you have
I'm kidding.
choices.
I'm kidding. I have choices. One of the choices I could just say I'm going to Mink Con and to go to my own con with
And you could
blackjack and hookers.
Or you could just come to Danny's house and have Couch Con and screw all those cons. I'm more
That's what I'm
fun.
saying, Mink Con.
Yeah.
I just have PAX East next year, which I just got my media badge approval, so that's great.
Yeah, I saw. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I booked the hotel. It's the same hotel I went to, not last year, but the year before. The Aloft Hotel,
Yeah.
which was right across the street from the convention, which was a huge bonus.
Oh yeah.
Because the last
You
one
only have to walk a little ways.
no, I had to walk this past year to my hotel, which was like across the bridge. It was a hike. I don't know.
Yeah,
I did that for money's
sake. Feel really bad because I'm like, yeah, I live like 15 minutes away from PAX, so like, you know, I just take a lift and then
Yeah.
and then when I'm tired, I go home and take a nap.
That's only because the same best friend that I went to Fan Expo with, we are going to Disney World
Sydney.
next October.
Nice.
So yeah, we just booked the trip.
Which hotel are you booking at?
We are staying at the Pop Century Hotel.
Oh, nice.
So.
Better than any con.
And then my brother hooked us up with some tickets.
Yay.
Park tickets.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
I hope they're park hopper.
They are.
Good.
Because he works for.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that's.
He works for ESPN.
Oh, dope.
So he wasn't using them, and it's like, so we were like just finagling with our package, and we got to remove a day from the package. That saved $300.
Oh, that's excellent.
So
yeah, that's a good amount.
We've
it's
been
a small fortune.
Yeah.
A small fortune.
We've been doing a lot of planning every time we hang out, and it's been keeping the weight bearable. So,
I will go to Disney all day, every day. I love Disney World. I do not.
You
care
go
who
once
knows
a
it.
year.
I would love to go once a year. No, it's like once every other year. I got lucky.
Oh, I thought you went a couple.
I want to
years in
go.
a row.
Yeah, I did do that a couple years ago, and financially, I am still trying to recover.
Yeah.
Fair.
The last time I was there, it was part of my college graduation present back in 2015. So a lot has changed. So we're just really looking forward to that. But yeah. What do we got
Did
here?
you just give a badum tish?
Yeah.
Well played, friend.
So you both said Pop Cult Con was the last one?
Yeah.
We were out together.
We were out together,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
We were it was us and Hanny Banani were the judges for the cosplay contest.
Okay. How did that
And the masquerade. That was fun too.
Wait, I guess we were also. Yeah, I guess it was
Yeah.
both of them. In my head, I was just like, it was.
There was like an hour in between where we like went up to the room for a few and then went
Was
back
there?
down.
Oh, I guess there was. Oh, I was. It must have been like. My memory's garbage.
Our Saturday was back to back to back. We were.
It was not as
much...
bad as Kineticon, but.
I'm
Kineticon
still
was...
very sorry about Kineticon.
We did a podcast episode about that, I believe.
I
think
believe
so.
we did, and it was me
I
saying.
still feel guilt.
I knew as soon as you told me what you were trying to accomplish within the space of a single day. I was like, oh, she's gonna be dead, and we're not gonna see her. But it was adorable that you didn't realize that yet.
I had high hopes.
Oh boy.
You had so many high hopes, but it's because you're a people pleaser. You just want to make everyone happy. And we just want to make sure that in your quest to make everyone happy, you don't forget that you are part of the everyone.
Yeah.
She's right, you know.
Well, that's why I have officially decided, and I'll announce it here, I will not be going to Kineticon next year.
Okay.
I will not be going. It's a long drive, for one, and I think that maybe I've just been overwhelmed by that con.
Aww.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, my goal next year is I'm going to try some new things, and me and my hubby were talking about doing Gen Con, which is around
Gen
the
Con's
same
so
time,
fun.
I think, or maybe it's early August.
No, I was gonna say it's later than Kineticon, but that's okay.
Well, I think Kineticon is changing their.
It's possible they're changing their dates too.
Yeah.
But,
But
Gen
yeah,
Con's a blast. It is huge.
and I think that one's in Indianapolis.
Yep, it's in Indiana.
Yep.
And
So
let me tell you, there are some very tasty places that I can recommend for you, unless, of course, I am also going to Gen Con. I don't know yet. I still have to make that decision. But I don't have to make that decision till January.
there you go.
We went to the day we went to Fan Expo. My best friend and I we went to eat at the Mecca Ramen Noodle Bar, which is all anime themed in Boston. Oh my god, it was so good.
Wait, is that a thing? I haven't been there.
It's called Mecca.
Go on.
Mecca.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
MECHA. I believe they have one in Connecticut. No, I'm like.
I mean, it's cool that those kinds of shops are popping up now.
Oh, for sure.
More and more.
But if I'm gonna have ramen in Boston, I'm gonna go to Davis and get Yume wo Katare. But that's just because I am a huge Yume wo stan.
Fair.
Shout outs to Yume wo Katare. They make one kind of ramen. Your choices are how much pork and do you want garlic. That is it.
That's all you need in your life.
That is all you need in life.
Yeah, I still feel bad that, like, I mean, I've tried, but, like, I can't use chopsticks for ramen. I can't. My fingers don't work like that.
That's okay. I'm in the same boat.
So, like, I gotta ask
for me a fork and a spoon,
Give me
and I'll
yeah, exactly.
American that.
Yeah, I went to a different ramen place not super long ago. It's like Ryu Ramen or something similar. Or Ramen Ryu or something similar like that. I feel bad that I don't have it like off the cuff for you, but I was like, oh no, I'm in someone else's domain. I can't just use like spoon and fork combo as is my normal. I will have to muddle my way through this with, you know, decent soup spoon and chopsticks. Let's see if I embarrass myself.
Oh boy.
And only marginally. I only cried twice. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
So let's see. Talked a little bit about pop cult. So have you both kind of scaled back your cosplay making this year, or?
I mean, to be fair, like when you say it like that, it sounds terrible. But I've
no. I mean,
scaling back in one domain and then scaling fully in another domain.
Right. I guess
I'm
I was
still
just
artistically inclined.
Yeah, like leaning into like I guess like recent cosplays that you've made as of late, like since the last time I talked with you both on the show.
Oh, what did I make?
Because I know I see Danny post a lot of photos. Because we were talking earlier that you're still doing at least photo shoots of your passion projects that you make. So
yeah, and like I mean, I'm lucky that one of my other besties, Gilded Stitch, is right down the road. So when we're like feeling like being silly, we grab the cameras and we are like, what do you want to bring? I don't know. What do you want to bring? And we just go and mess around in a field down the street. Like,
right, you guys aren't charging each other for that. That's another thing that's
no,
like,
it's a mutual trade.
Exactly. Because that, I mean, you and I both know it. You like when you hire photographers, you are paying them what they deserve, but that does represent like when you're already spending a lot of money making your cosplay, that is something that you kind of have to budget for, is, you know, who am I going to work with, where am I going to go, and all of that stuff. It can become pricey.
Well, it's funny too, because we're so used to doing each other's stuff that when we actually work with other people, like, we're shocked by like other people's like artistry, because it's not like either of ours. So we're like, oh my god, like for example, I feel like I do a lot of like natural posing and like natural like out in nature photography. So when I do like when I do for example, I'm gonna use Tony, because I go to Tony Lazaro studios. I go to him for action shots.
He's very good with
so
action shots.
Tony, he does glamour, but not when it comes to like, he knows that when I go to him, I'm there for the action shots. So he doesn't glamour me up. He makes me look badass. So like, I'm used to with my own photography with Gilded Stitch, making everything pretty and glamoury. And then when I go to somebody else, it's kind of a shock, but not, because I'm expecting it. it's different. And like I also we were talking about this over the summer that we were like, are we boring? Do we do the same kind of photos for everything that we make?
Oh,
and then I'm just
like, no, you're not boring. Oh, I mean, are you feeling like you're getting redundant? Is that like
our
like
photos?
You're
it's a different like costume or cosplay, and then I don't know. I think we just fall into the groove of the things that we like.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
So we're also trying to branch out and work with other people so that we don't fall into this groove and feel like we're creatively stunted, because we're not, but it's just funny. It's funny to think about it that way. But yeah, so our mutual understanding is that we like go mess around with the camera, we do TikToks, and then we're like, okay, here's the photos that you dictated to me, and here's the photos that I dictated to you, and we just edit our own stuff.
Fair.
I mean, so like neither of us expects the other to do work on their stuff, but at the same time, if we feel like it and we're inspired, we will throw each other's photos across the table
I like your
as well.
style, by the way. I know it's hard to evaluate yourself, but I've always enjoyed your editing style. I feel like in the last several months, you've really come into like a groove for like what defines your photography for like your own cosplay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, like I've worked with you as a photographer in the past as well, and I've really enjoyed the vision, because I feel like you're very good at matching. Like when I say I'm looking for this vibe, you've been very good at helping me achieve that vibe.
I love storytelling.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I keep coming back to like the Alola Muck cosplay that I did that you photographed, and where I was just like, I want it to look grungy, and I want this to be like high fashion in a dumpster. And you helped me find the exact place. We literally drove around a city. And I found a construction site. I was like, Danny, pull the car over.
Yep.
There. I felt like she was driving us somewhere else entirely. But I was like, it's there. This is the spot. And she was like, okay, I feel you. But then like she did some editing where she like added an overlay of like, what was it? It was like rain or something.
I have grunge, like dark grunge overlays that I stole from Tony.
What it did for the vibe of the photo, like seeing the raw images versus seeing the finished work, it matched my vision so well. I was just looking at those photos the other day, and I was just like, wow, you really captured the essence of what I was looking for. It helped that it was an overcast day, so we weren't sitting there like, trying to fight the sun or nothing. But it was just everything coming together exactly the way it was supposed to. Although we had to flip that stupid skirt like 7,000 times.
Well, I mean, it was very flippable, and it's not like it dropped like a brick. It floated in the wind, so that I was still able to like time
I felt like it dropped like a brick, but
no. And like even you just holding it up, it was a circle skirt, so like the shape was always there.
So many ruffles. I hated dyeing that. I still have the drying rig that I put on my I have a patio outside of my apartment, and I developed this very elaborate drying rig where I like staple gunned a bunch of nylon roping all up my ceiling, like all of the roof of the overhang of the patio, so that I could just like use it for hanging like as a giant clothesline. It was delightful. And I still have it because I was lazy and never took it down all these years later.
I mean, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. It is very loose now because that's how weathering works.
So
yeah, well.
So Danny, was this the year or the previous year that you jumped into photography?
It was COVID.
The year was 2020. We were all experiencing lockdown, and we all wanted pictures of our cosplay, but we couldn't risk touching each other.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
lost
right.
All sense of time, because I was gonna ask how is that?
Yeah, time dilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally the beginning of COVID, and like after we did the PAX East, and then it was literally 2 weeks later when everything went into lockdown.
Oh, for me, it was like the following weekend. It was, at the time, I was very grateful because I had been going on like running on empty with all these back-to-back-to-back events. So I was just like, oh, thank God. I get a weekend off where I literally can't hang out with anyone. And then that weekend turned into many weekends. And then it became a curse.
Well, nothing changed for me during COVID because as a medical worker, I still had to work. So I still had like, and this isn't like a jab at anybody who was out of work or anything, but I still had like
jab.
Right? I had adult income. Like I wasn't living off of what they were allotting people.
Yeah.
I was making like much more because I was actually, working 40 hours a week, sometimes more. And then, when the hospital didn't have very many people in it, which actually was a thing, we were at half capacity most of the time, despite, all of the COVID cases. Sometimes they would furlough us, but we'd still get paid 40 hours, so we'd just go home.
That is not what I had, but that's okay.
But they furloughed us because they're like, okay, well, we're not doing a lot of work today, and we don't need to unnecessarily expose everybody here. So you and you go, and then if this happens again tomorrow, you and you will go, so on and so forth.
Rotation.
But they were still paying us, so I always had like adult pay coming in. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not really doing anything and not going anywhere. So I'm like, well, what can I invest in? And I'm like, well, I still want to do cosplay and I still want to create. So how do I put my content out there? And I'm like, okay, camera. And then Gilded Stitch was like, okay, I'm going to do the same. And I'm like, okay, let's shop together. And then I bought a camera.
I got the same
camera. And it was
too.
Definitely not the same camera that Gilded Stitch got. He may have gone a little bit above budget, but I am not upset. We passed both of our cameras back and forth. Like,
I think I was just like, what did you get? Give me the links.
Got.
I bought what you got. I got the same lenses.
It's a great camera. It's a good place
workhorse.
To start.
Yeah, it's a good like baby's first camera. It's still, a mid-tier camera, so it's not like, absolute baby tier, but it's also not like, the cheapest thing on the planet. You're making a financial investment when you get a camera.
Right. And it's not, it's not the best camera out there, but if you're learning, like, you don't need the best camera out there to take a good cosplay photo. You don't have to have the best lens out there to take the clearest picture.
I mean, to be fair, now you could probably get away with just doing cell phone photos because, like, at this point, I think cell phone video quality is probably as good as our cameras are from 2020.
Yeah, my phone capacity is about the same. Actually, I think it's a little bit better than my current camera.
Yeah.
But, like, that's okay. Like, I mean, we have friends who like doing photography.
Friends, end of sentence.
And they... Well, I think of our buddy Team Splenda, who was taking photos on his camera for, like, many years.
Yeah.
And then he finally got a camera and he was so excited. But I was like, cell phones are legit cameras. I mean, you got like 3 or 4 on the back of your phone.
Yeah, they keep getting better.
For a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
this is not a
the
wholesale
capability,
endorsement, but it is basically a wholesale endorsement of smartphones now.
This is us saying that you can do anything with what you've got already.
You can do anything.
You can do it.
That you wanna do.
And you can be a creator and not have to go to cons. I'm just saying. I'm still creating and I'm not going to go to as many cons. But I am going to do meetups.
Oh my god.
So, like, keep your eyes peeled because we're actually planning on doing, like, regular themed meetups over the next year.
I legit just made a costume. It's not for me. That's the thing is, I've been making a lot of costumes that are not for me. That's why, like, not a lot of people see them.
Okay.
Because they've been going
to
other
people. What did you make?
This one is a donation.
Oh.
I made a pair of... you remember the Death's Head moth wings that I made back in September?
Yeah.
So I did a Death's Head moth wing cloak. This one is in Cheshire cat colors.
Ooh.
So it's, got hand-painted elements, lots of faux fur, some very, some top stitching, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, she's up and available now if you donate to Grinning Hazards Extra Life charity before before New Year's Day.
I saw that earlier, before we went live.
Yeah. I started it yesterday. I finished it today.
Wow.
Well, he's doing a subathon right now, so I wanted to help with the hype, as it were.
As it were.
So that was my contribution this day.
Do you have any? I've got written down here any cosplay goals for 2024.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, we'll start
Definitely.
Danny, what do you got?
Well, PAX East will be my first.
Oh,
actually, no, I lied. We have Captain Con in February, right?
Yeah, we do. What's up?
So we'll be at Captain Con. I don't know what I'm going to wear to that.
Okay.
I have not a clue what I'm going to wear for that because Captain Con, at least on my end, I'm doing a lot of digital art. So
It's a comfy con. It's a comfy con.
Yeah, but I'm also running the costume contest as well as the masquerade.
Yep.
This year we are differentiating between the two. This is the first year that we're making that differentiation.
That's good.
Yeah, well, because we want to still have a costume contest for makers, but we also want to have a masquerade for people who have purchased their own costume and want to show off and be in costume. Because the owners of Captain Con are putting so much energy and so much investment into bringing costumes to Captain Con, and it's just really cool because they're just so genuine. So for those listeners who don't know, Captain Con is a convention in Rhode Island. It is predominantly focused around board games and tabletop games. That tabletop games can mean minfig games, but it could also mean tabletop RPGs. It is a wonderful convention, very chill vibe, very chill atmosphere. A lot of folks who go to Gen Con in the summertime or go to PAX Unplugged in the wintertime, I guess it's more the autumn time. If you like those, you'll love Captain Con. It is a smaller convention, but it is that smallerness means that you can get to know people, you get to do pickup games, you can learn new games. There are people doing demos all the time. It's a fun time. It's a fun vibe. I've been an attendee for literally years, but I started working with them, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago. That feels like a solid number. It might have been 7.
Yeah.
Who the heck knows how time works?
It's been a while.
It's been some time.
I don't think... Did I go to that one last year? Or
you did go. You not only went, you got second place at the costume contest.
Oh, was that? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
This year I'm going to be assisting you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be on the judges panel, but I will be assisting.
There is a strong chance you are going to be on the judges panel. I think
Tree asked me, but I don't know because she's been announcing stuff, but I wasn't sure. But,
I am
I'll be pleasantly surprised.
No, not 27. It's more than 27. I'm going to say 67. 67. It's definitely got a 7. I'm 67% sure.
I mean, either way, I'm not, even if I'm not on the panel for any of that, I'm not going to be upset about it as long as I'm hanging with you guys. That's the beauty of it.
You're the beauty of it.
Oh.
Aww.
I know. I'm just kidding. So that's I guess the first con I'll be going to, and probably Mink too, but then followed by PAX.
Technically, that is not my first con.
Oh, what's your first?
Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna do Arisha this year or not.
Oh, that's right.
Arisha's always fun.
Go to that one.
Arisha's always fun. There's a chance that I might be doing family stuff the weekend of Arisha, so Arisha is question marks for me. That's in January in Boston.
Okay.
I don't know if we would call it a convention.
It's a LARP.
No.
No.
It's not a. You know where I'm going with this because you said it's a LARP thing. It's an SCA event.
SCA. Okay.
Yes.
See, those all kind of get bunched in my head.
I totally
together.
get it. I totally get it. Historical recreation event. It's called Burka. It is a market event. It is in New Hampshire, in Manchester. It is delightful. It's wonderful if you like Renaissance fair stuff. but you don't want, like, it is preferred that you dress up. But if you like the Renaissance Fair shopping stuff, this is the event to go to. It's also big for, like, you know, the people who do the historical reenacting stuff. Like, they're really into there's a lot of pomp and circumstance that can come with, like, the courts and stuff. I'm pumped because there is the Queen's Challenge every year, and I'm gonna be making something for the Queen's Challenge, as I always do, because my hubris, my pride,
my arrogance.
Basically, that's what's happening. I heard there was a Queen's Challenge. I was like, yeah, all right. My arrogance says go.
Oh boy.
I regret nothing.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Regrets.
No regrets.
Do you have a plan on what your first cosplay of the year is going to be, or not? Do you have a new cosplay?
I have some ideas.
Because I have mine that I'll be bringing to PAX.
Yeah, I have some
I'm
ideas for
hoping
PAX.
that you match up with me.
Well, you know one of them.
Can I say it? Is it a secret?
No.
Are you gonna be a Korok?
I would like to be a Korok. We'll see if I, continue the nerve, but I would like to be a Korok. I think that would be funny.
I think you should do the backpack thing with the inner tube so you can just whomp when you're tired.
I don't think I'm going to use inner tubes. What I do think I'm going to use is... No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to do backpack.
Okay.
There's a non-zero chance I'll just make it out of foam. There's a even larger chance that I will make it out of... what's the word I'm looking for?
Fleur.
Yeah, flurm.
I made it
baskets. Laundry baskets.
What?
Okay, hear me out.
Okay,
so laundry baskets.
Interesting.
Like the college ones, the ones that are collapsible.
I have one.
Yeah. So if you stitch and stack a bunch of the square collapsible ones, and you can create a very large structure that can be folded and collapsed very easily, so as not to take up a large footprint.
So like those like cloth ones that like fold and have like the little I'm going to describe this wrong. The wiring, like tent wiring.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for that, and I'm going to be bringing Fierce Deity Link.
I'm excited for that. You gotta do the sword, though. The sword is
It has been...
Nothing.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
And I can't...
I just gotta wait for it to get a little bit more workable in the garage. I do have a space heater now, so I can heat my legs while I sand in negative 20 degrees.
Good golly.
Good lord.
But I think, and I know that it's not really a secret, but I believe I'll be getting a 3D printer for Christmas.
Oh.
So awesome. I might try to 3D print some interesting things. I think the most daunting thing for me is just the chest plate. It's weird. And I've been like trying to like brainstorm ways to make it not foam. And I would like it to not be foam, but at the same time, I don't think I can do anything else.
I mean, if you want to do leather, I can show you how.
We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I can show you how to leather work. It's not hard.
I know. And we could probably make it in a weekend, I feel.
It wouldn't even be hard.
Well,
I'll probably be in the basement hand painting something for Burka.
Well, this is absolutely a dream cosplay of mine. And I only have a couple on the docket of like big builds for the year that I like would like to do. The other one being a very, very fancy Tanjiro.
Nice.
By Hannah Alexander, which will be my first delving into quilting.
You haven't done quilting before?
I have not, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's easy. I've got all of the stuff for it.
I was gonna say a walking foot is gonna do you a lot of good.
I have a box of like 30 different sewing feet, including a walking foot.
Good.
I have used it before. It's just weird.
I mean, it's literally slow. That is its job.
Fair. It slows you down.
I have one of three options to make for PAX. In addition,
we'll
see what I go with.
Please don't show up as a clown.
No, I won't show up as a clown. My options are.
Thank you.
My options are because I would love to do one of my like bucket list cosplay.
What is it? Tell me what your bucket list is.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Most likely it'll be Arbok. So Arbok, Rapidash, or Ditto. I suspect that it would probably be Arbok. Potentially it could be Ditto, but that there's a lot of work that has to go into Ditto. And Rapidash also represents a lot of work.
Rapidash has been on your list for so long, and I've been so like, it's always in the back of my brain because I want to see you do it.
Well, I mean, so each one of them represents a lot of work because each one of them has a specialty element that I want to try. Because when I do cosplay, most of the time it's because I want to
Go
try a
big or go
technique. Well,
home.
kinda. So, Arbok is one where I want to have, I want to give the illusion that I'm doing like a Naga effect. So like my lower half would have, like a very movable, flowy tail situation.
Oh, okay.
Which I've wanted to do for years. Rapidash would be moving centaur body piece, which I've wanted to do for years. And then Ditto is one that involves 2 transformative elements.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing the small scale of one of the transformative elements, hopefully for Burka. I don't want to say more than that because Burka stuff is actually a surprise. Last year's Burka also had a transformative element. It was very surprising.
I loved it.
Last year I was the challenge was to dress as a ye old mythical beast, so I dressed as a griffin. And I had spent all day like, you know, in fanciful costumery and where I had like a cape that was supposed to be my wings. What people didn't know is that I had the ability to change my dressing around a little bit. I had to go to changing room. One of my buddies, Ashes, helped me do the changing element, but I had fake hands that I fed through the sleeves, and then I put my real hands through the wings that were my cape. So it looked like I still had hands, you know, that were folded. I had magnets to keep them together. It looked like my hands were folded very demurely, and that I was still wearing my my cape. But then when I went to like present it, I got to raise my wings and flap about, and it was a very cool feeling. I heard audience members gasp and, you know, pearl clutch. So as far as I was concerned, mission accomplished. You know,
they clutch their pearls.
Some people think to this day they think that that this was done with like robotics or some crazy thing. Like, I was like, no. This was as ye old as you could get. These are my actual hands.
That's when you show them your Venonat, or excuse me, your Venomoth.
Yeah,
I kept like having to like move your arms and hands around.
That was so
I
funny.
still love that one. Do you still have it?
I still have that, but I can't. I'm remembering that photo shoot like you know, like I'm peering through a cracked glass, because that was we went to an arcade for that photo shoot the day after I had gotten what I later learned was a concussion.
Oh,
and
right.
So, plot twist.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Going
to an arcade when you have a concussion is a bad plan. And
a bright light.
I was very dead for several days after. I think I had to call out sick the next day. It was bad. Do you remember how I got that concussion?
Oh my god, no, I don't. But I do remember you not feeling well.
I'm going to tell you how I got the concussion so you guys can pity me. This is years ago. I am better.
Here we
pity me. I was taking out the trash.
Oh no.
And it was
Wasn't
winter.
I at your place?
No, you weren't there.
It was right before I got there.
Before you got there.
Okay.
I was taking out the trash. I slipped on black ice.
Oh.
I slipped on black ice. I hit the pavement hard. And I like cut my face, because I remember for the photo shoot I was really self-conscious because I had like scrapes all over my face and body that I had to like cover up in weird, unique ways.
Well, they weren't showing, that's for sure.
Well, I was like Tony, I need you to edit these out. But what was the real insult, literal insult to injury, was that the trash bag like ripped open and I slipped and part of my body fell into garbage.
Oh God.
And so yeah, I had the wherewithal, like, because my body was adrenalining. I was able to collect it, finish my task of bringing the garbage to the garbage can in the garage, and then when I got back up to my apartment, my legs like fell out under me because suddenly like my brain was like, oh no, we're shutting down now.
No.
And so I genuinely could not walk for like 30 minutes.
Oh boy.
And I was like, I was panicking, but I was too far away from a phone to call for help. So I was like, I can't walk. I might be paralyzed now. This is bad. Oh yeah, 30 minutes. It's me collapsed on the floor. I cannot close the door, or in Danny's case, slam it. And I was like, this might be how I die. This is how I die, everyone. I die reeking of garbage. I got better.
Oh,
I know.
God.
You were. I think I vaguely remember you being a little bit mushy
Oh, I
for
was
the
a
weekend.
lot of it. I was a lot of it, and I think you guys even let me drive, which is hilarious.
I thought I drove.
I might have driven one way. I feel like I might have driven one way, but
I'm pretty sure I drove your car. I think you may have driven to Tony's, but I think I drove thereafter.
And I greatly appreciate it because I should.
Because I remember sitting in the driver.
I should not have been operating heavy machinery.
Yeah, because I remember looking at Tony in the mirror. Because
Okay.
that was the first time that he really, really, really hung out with us. This was years ago.
Yeah, this was.
And
ages
I
ago.
think he
we
was
went
like,
to Texas Roadhouse after.
yeah, I think he was a little bit nervous.
Really? Why?
So cute,
Oh
nerd.
my God! You know what? I know why. I know why. I've heard this several times. Have you heard this too? When people like meet us for the first time, like in real
I
life,
know they
and
don't
they're
know
like,
that we're just doofuses.
we're absolute gremlins. I feel like people know it now because
boy.
like I stream, so people know how much of an absolute like disaster artist I am.
You're a beautiful artist.
Oh, bless you. But I am a hot mess.
HAWT.
Oh yeah, HAUT. I'm a high mess. It's French.
Oh,
Mm.
that's
It's
right.
like couture. Anyway, my cosplay Sona and my actual Sona are very different personas because people think I'm like, I don't know, elegant. I've heard I have been told elegant, and then I laughed in their face.
I wish people thought I was elegant. I get cute and memester.
Well, that's because they've seen your TikTok.
This is true.
And I hate that people run up to me. Okay, I hate love because I hate
What?
myself for making the TikToks and enjoying myself while doing it. But then I also love that people run up and they're like, "Oh my God, you're that person on TikTok that did this," and I'm like, "Did which one?" And they show me the worst video I've ever made in my life,
Oh,
and I'm like,
no.
The
"Oh,
Inuyasha sit one. Got it.
yeah."
Yeah. Do you love
And-
how I know that?
Well, there's also this one went viral too, which blew my mind when I did the JoJo pose as Rengoku, and Justin lowered me to the ground.
Oh yeah, that was great. I
That
like
started
one.
a whole trend for like a month,
Oh, see, I
just like in the
that.
local TikTokers,
I
and they're
think
like,
that's great.
"I did this because Danny did this," and they would like tag me, and I would watch all these silly videos of
Yeah,
people
no one's
being
doing
like
that for my
old man
TikToks.
dropped. It's just so funny.
But in my defense, my TikToks are almost ubiquitously like terrible things that have happened to me during stream, like letting a shiny Pokemon that I found in a raid get away because I didn't notice that it was shiny
You didn't
until
realize
it
it
was
was
too
shiny.
late.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I am still gutted about that. I'm still
I saw that
emotionally
video.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm still emotionally devastated that I let myself be more distracted than interested in shiny hunting, which is like all I care about anymore.
Right now.
Well, I mean, at least for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, the
Fair.
DLC came out, so that's a lie. I care about the DLC now because there's now more Pokemon for me to catch. And now
I know I need
can
to get the
catch
DLC
them all.
so that
Oh
I
my
can come
God,
play.
friend.
I know I'm a little
Friend.
behind.
Do you know
I've
how many?
just
Do you know how many shinies I have caught with full odds shiny in the DLC. I don't know if it's like a DLC thing or if I just got lucky, but I've caught 2 full odds shinies, and the DLC only came out like what, 3 days ago.
What's a full odd?
That's where I'm not using any special methods.
Oh.
No tricks.
Oh, I have the shiny charm.
I have the shiny charm now too. So, but technically, I would still consider that full odds shiny because we are not using like sandwich powers.
I see.
We're not using Masuda methods or any of that malarkey. It's just full odds shiny.
I just
know
follow
if that's the official
Natalie.
Terminology, but that is. Oh, I played with Natalie the other day.
I know.
She joined the stream.
She's so good. She's so good at Pokemon. She's so good at everything she does.
That's Natalie Fuenia of Storyteller Squad fame.
Yeah.
Download the podcast and listen to Monster of the Week, tabletop role playing adventures.
They're excellent.
Okay.
That was our plug.
Okay.
It was shameless.
I just let it happen. So I meant to, because it was throughout the little tangent discussion thing that I wanted to ask if you both had any cosplay goals for next year, in the sense of, is there a skill in the whole realm of costume making that either a new skill that you want to learn or a skill that you know but you kind of want to refine it and like make it more efficient?
I love that question. I wish
Wow.
more people asked that question in like interviews.
Yay, research.
That's pretty dope.
I would say, it sounds like for me,
Yeah, what do you got?
coupled with the 3D printer that I know Justin bought.
Yeah.
I'm like looking over at him.
He's literally just throwing shade back.
It sounds like I will be coming down to your house and learning leatherworking in the next month or 2.
I would love to teach you. It is very, very satisfying work.
That's one thing I just haven't gotten into.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten my hooks in you for that.
There's also, and
love
I'm like, now that you've like said something to me, and we'll have to have a talk after this. Our lovely Martin store has leather.
Oh.
Has
leather?
Huh?
Garment leather?
Garment and the thick stuff for making.
They've
like
got tooling leather.
the
Shut your
hide.
front door.
We'll
Slam
talk.
that frame.
And it's not a bad price. I'm pretty sure what you're gonna tell me from Tandy is gonna be pretty high, but I wonder if the stuff
Well,
that Martin still exists.
I get it slightly cheaper because I have a business account with Tandy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I pay for the business account, but like, you know, I get it. I save money by buying things. Like, ultimately, I save because I am a frequent flyer of purchases at Tandy Leather Factory.
Yes. And now, quilting.
Oh yeah, quilting. You'll do great. I think quilting is going to be the one that you like will use more, honestly. Like, or I of all of these things that I am envisioning, I think that's the one that you're going to use like more regularly than the rest.
Yeah, but I would like to learn.
Oh sure.
Okay.
I feel weird because I'm in a place where I'm like, I don't know if it's that I am learning a new skill. It's that I am applying the skills that I know in unique ways to accomplish weird stuff.
Sure.
It's like making a centaur costume is not learning a new skill. Like I'm not learning a new.
Well,
like, it's not like I'm gonna learn how to crochet. You know.
Well, you have to. I know, but think about it this way: you have to make kind of like a fursuit.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is I know how to do the base of these skills. It's really just putting them all together and in this order. Like so it's not new skill, it's new
a different
new
application.
Yeah,
exactly.
So for me I think 2024 is going to see me doing some different applications. There is one in particular that I'm going to start the year with, but again, I can't talk about it yet because that one is a surprise.
Secrets.
It's secrets. Special secrets.
And I'm going to like whisper you after this and be like, tell me the secret.
Tell me the secrets. Teach me the lessons.
I just like knowing your secrets. It's not like I tell anybody.
not even.
She says that she crosses her finger behind her VTuber.
As I look at Justin.
They're not even good secrets. And like, here's the worst thing is like, there are things that I'm sure like in cosplay and in VTubing that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do blank, and then I'm just gonna sit down and then figure out how to do blank. Like that's usually it's I don't really set goals so upfront as like I'm gonna learn how to blank. It's more like, oh, this costume probably requires that I know how to do blank. I guess I'm gonna learn how to do blank now.
Okay.
That's happened more times than I can count.
All right.
It happens a lot. That's how I got into VTubing. Is I was like, oh, I guess.
And you've done a great job.
Thank you.
I mean, look at me.
I know. I'm looking at you. You still have your Halloween costume on.
I know. I like it. I like them both.
It's a good look for you.
Right.
People are asking me. People have been asking on my stream when you're gonna have your swimsuit stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I have an idea of what I want for a swimsuit, and I'll send it your way.
Send it my way.
It's also the same idea as the rompers that I tried to pressure you into the other day.
That's not even pressuring. That's just like, that sounds like a weekend. Like, just you remember when we made the Legambi hoods in like the space of an evening?
Yep. Still have mine.
I think we should. Same. I think we should just do that, but with rompers and at my house. Just bring over your machine. We can just use my serger if we need it. We'll put
done and done.
Put on some something that we don't need to pay
RuPaul.
It could be RuPaul, but it doesn't have to be RuPaul. It could be something else.
New season starts January.
Does it?
Yeah.
See, I just found out there's new Hilda on Netflix.
I haven't watched the first bit of it.
Well, you should, because it's great. I haven't seen, and obviously I wouldn't be able to sew and watch Hilda at the same time. It would just be me sitting in front of the TV and being like,
we'll just put on Disney movies. Everybody loves Disney movies.
That's
That's legit what I've been doing. I've been making a list on my watch list on Disney Plus.
Perfect.
A movie for me and my friend to watch.
I love it.
I hope you've got a whole long list of classics.
What do I have so far? We're picking out our favorites just so to keep the Disney trip hype going. We have, what do I have? Aladdin.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. Emperor's New Groove.
Yes!
Hercules.
Yep.
Treasure Planet, which me and my friend have only seen once years ago.
Oh, what?
Seen it once.
Oh my god.
Years ago.
Oh my god. No, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Steampunk aesthetic is like, how have I not
seen it yet?
Why?
Because the stars and moons have never aligned. There was a time where it was
time
where someone tried to change that, and then you want to know what happened? They talked the entire time, and it was like engaging conversation. So I didn't actually watch the film. The film played while I was in the same room as the film. But having a deep conversation is maybe not the time to watch a movie you've never seen before. You gotta put it on.
Yeah,
you gotta shut your face and you gotta watch the thing. So Danny, we can't watch Treasure Planet while we work on
I know.
We can watch Treasure Planet. I'm not saying no to Treasure Planet. It has everything I like. Pirates, steampunk, what's not to love?
Space.
Well, I mean, space is okay. At me, I don't know.
Yeah,
we could watch the Muppet version.
Space.
We should obviously watch the Muppet version. I don't know if that should be a chaser or an aperitif.
Yes, Space. The one place that capitalism hasn't reached.
Excuse
no,
you,
it's
Elon
reached.
Musk.
Yeah, it's reached. It's reaching.
I was referencing the Tim Curry meme.
Oh, yeah, but unfortunately...
Space.
Unfortunately, that joke aged like cheese.
I think we should watch...
Aged as well. It aged like milk. That's the one.
Ugh.
Nailed it. Yeah. As soon as you say that, everyone goes ick.
I just think of the lumpy, smelly mess.
Yes, accurate. It did not age well, is what I'm trying to say.
All I know is that my movie plan for tonight is to see or watch the new Indiana Jones movie and see how bad it is.
No, it can't be. Okay,
well,
the Crystal Skull was bad.
Oh, I liked Crystal Skull.
No.
Okay,
it's not indie.
I liked it in the sense that it was camp, but to me, all Indiana Jones was camp. It's just different levels of camp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate that they were like, well,
They
we're
like
out
aliens.
of cool artifact ideas. We're gonna go to aliens.
Well,
no.
right. I mean,
No.
listen, as
No.
someone who has watched enough Ancient Aliens on the History Channel to, kill a small mammal, I get it. I get the direction. I did think it was hilarious that they.
Why can't we
decided to
find
go
the
with
lost city of
Russian for the-
Atlantis?
Oh, right.
Ugh. Do that
actually-
one.
Is that actually one of them? And I just didn't know.
No,
Okay,
that's
cool.
where they should have gone. Something like that.
That's
I
also
really,
a movie.
really-
That's also a movie I've seen once. The Lost City of
Wait.
Atlantis, the Disney version.
Oh, honey, underrated and underappreciated.
I only saw it in
Milo.
theaters years ago. Oh my gosh.
It has so much death in the first 5 minutes.
I gotta add that to the list. Then I gotta figure out what Pixar movie do we want to add.
Element.
I saw Elemental.
I haven't seen Elemental.
Elemental was really good.
I practically have watched it.
You
because I've
need
seen
to
YouTube
watch
clips.
it. It's
Yeah.
so
All right.
good.
Danny,
It's so good.
Danny, game on. Come to my house. Treasure Planet, followed by Elemental, followed by Muppets. And because we're going to be in the neighborhood, we're going to watch Muppet Haunted Mansion, and then we're going to watch regular Haunted Mansion. And I will, I've got the Dole Whips that you can buy at the grocery store. I've got them in my fridge, so we'll eat those and we'll have a Disney experience.
Okay, I love Disney experiences.
We've already picked out the restaurants we're gonna do our dine-in at, because we're only gonna do it twice. We've already got the restaurants picked out. We've got a full itinerary picked out. Like one day we're gonna go to the spa at the Grand Floridian, and it's just like, oh my god, we're just gonna have so much fun.
See if you can get into a reservation at Ohana. Ugh.
That's one of the restaurants I think we
Food.
picked.
Oh my god. Okay,
I
I
need
hope
my
it's not
tongue-
breakfast. Dinner reservations at Ohana is 10 out of 10. The best culinary experience you will have at Disney World. The end.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go look at our itinerary right now. I swear that's what we picked.
Good. I cannot
Ohana
stress you
dinner.
enough. Yes. It is an all-you-can-eat
scrolling down.
buffet. It is an all-you-can-eat buffet, and let me tell you, that stuff is bananas. I am not a big dessert eater, but I have to remember to save room for their dessert because their dessert is spectacular. Everything about the food is great.
The day we get there on the Sunday, we're gonna do table dining dinner at Ohana.
Good.
Quick service at Captain Cook's the next morning because I need my Tonga toast.
I will tell you, if you can, and I highly suggest it, since they do an all-you-can-eat situation and they put out the food for you, and then once it's like out on your table, like they kind of like can't take it back, you should, if you are unable to finish your food, because you will be unable to finish it because it's just so much food, it's an absolute parade, you should ask for a takeaway box. Then you should bring that takeaway box back with you to your hotel, and then make use of the hotel microwave that they always have in the hotel cafeteria area. And then you have the best, like, quick service for when you are hungies at midnight and you're like, I need some food, but I don't want to pay for more food. Oh, yeah. It's just, I cannot stress you. Just eat the noodles. Eat the noodles at Ohana. Stop talking to me and eat the noodles at Ohana.
Yeah, we're doing... The other table dine-in dinner is at the Coral Reef restaurant in Epcot, because I did that years ago when I was a kid.
I've never been there.
And I remember loving it. I remember they had like an Epcot-themed, like, shaped, the giant ball, like, dessert. I wonder if they still have it.
Oh.
They probably do. That sounds chintzy and wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds like something I want.
You cannot go wrong when you go to Epcot. Just eat around the world.
For real.
The primary reason we're going, the time frame that we're going, is because it's smack dab in the middle of Halloween party. We're going to that. It's smack dab in the middle of the Food and Wine Festival because my friend wants to eat and get drunk in Epcot.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do.
And it's also prime time for less kids in the fall.
Yes. I mean, there will still be a lot of kids.
But like it won't be as horrible as the summer.
Right, or during spring break.
Accurate. Guys, you're breaking my heart. These are the only times that I can go are during peak times. I work in an elementary school.
I know.
My vacations are peak times.
I mean, It is what it is.
It
You
is what
like
it is.
kids, though.
I do like kids, but like
You like
I
kids.
also like swearing on vacation.
Danny and I don't.
That's fair. I'm okay with kids. I think for me, it's just when people bring their very, very, very small children to Disney and they don't understand and they can't enjoy it because they don't understand.
They're not gonna
And they just
remember it.
cry
Yeah.
and they're sad and they're upset because they're uncomfortable and it's hot and it's all these noises and all these smells and
We're hitting up every park except for Animal Kingdom because we looked and there's nothing in Animal Kingdom.
What?
I mean, there's Everest.
What
about Avatar?
Who
That's
cares?
in the Animal
You
Kingdom?
gotta like Avatar.
Oh, I liked it.
I don't.
The Avatar ride was really cool. Where you ride the flying thing.
I never got to do the Avatar ride.
It was so good. It's just like a giant IMAX, and you ride the little motorcycle thing, except
those
it's a
make
big
me
flappy
dizzy.
flappy.
I can't go on them. I can't go on dizzy rides.
I'm preparing for the fact that Test Track may be closed when we go because it's going.
It's definitely gonna be closed.
It's going under a third renovation.
Are they gonna give it a Cars?
Go to Star Wars Land.
Hollywood Studios is one of the park we're gonna hit up. Yeah.
Star Wars has single-handedly made Hollywood Studios relevant again.
I really love the Indiana Jones show at Hollywood Studios.
I mean, who doesn't love the Indiana Jones show at
They have a
Hollywood
Spider-Man
Studios?
one too, I think.
I would actually
Unless
go to
I'm
that.
thinking of.
I'm
pretty confident you're thinking of not Disney because
Universal.
Universal owns the rights to Spider-Man stuff. Disney now owns the right to Marvel, and technically Spider-Man is part of that, but Spider-Man is also still part of Sony.
Yeah, we're not
so
going.
Marvel just rents out the rights.
Avengers Campus isn't going to be available by the time we go, which is fine. I think they said 2025.
That is wild. I kind of can't even.
Wow.
Because there's already an Avengers area in Disneyland, but not in World. But World's getting a giant park. I am so excited to do the Tron Light Cycle ride because that's what.
Tron!
That's my magic band that I have. That's the theme I picked.
Brilliant.
And then my bestie picked Mandalorian with Grogu on the band.
Nice.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. This took a Disney trip tangent, but like. Oh,
no,
God.
We're not sorry at all.
Cosmic Rewind, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I want to try to hit that up. Soarin', Spaceship Earth, Mission Space, the Ratatouille ride. Yeah, we got Galaxy's Edge listed on here. It did. Oh my god, because it. Oh god, it's been 9. It's gonna be 9 years since the last time I went. And
oh my gosh, that's a long time.
My friend hasn't been since they were in like middle school for like a band event, if I remember correctly. So it's even longer for them. Oh my god, we're like. I'm preparing to go buck wild on pins.
Excellent.
And it's. Oh my god. That was legit. Our Christmas gifts to each other were stuff that we're going to be using on the trip. So. Like, I got a new little, like, bag that has a section to, like, put my pins on. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, my God.
We'll have to send you with a pin list. Good food for thought. Hee hee.
Oh, no.
Well, it's the witching hour for me. And I think perhaps a witching hour for Mink as well.
Can confirm, my Panera bread is at my door getting cold.
Oh, okay. No, actually, that's a good place to wrap up. Let me just look at my notes to make sure we covered everything.
Tangent.
I was gonna say, what have you been gaming as of late, and like a proud cosplay that you've done this year?
We could always have a part 2.
I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I'm afraid because my food is definitely getting cold, and I'm sad because I want the soup.
That's all right.
Hey, let's do a part 2.
We can
do
a
part,
part 2,
episode 100.
101.
Part 2.
Or that.
101 Dalmatians.
I think we could do this again soon.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So, all right, we can wrap up here. Just thank you everyone for all the support over the years that I've been doing this. I'm still in shock that I get to go attend conventions as a member of the media through this.
100.
So, where can they go to find you if they want to follow your work?
I'm Dannylion on all social medias. Look for the
Should probably spell
cosplayer.
that.
Yeah, on Instagram there's a underscore before and after Dannylion, and then
Two
on other
N's.
social medias. No, there's only one N.
Wait, really?
Oh,
your
yeah.
Discord has 2 N's.
So, oh, well, yeah. I mean, Danny spelled Dannnylion.
That's
Even
what
though.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I see.
2 N's.
So, just if you look for Dannylion, look for the cosplayer. There's a ton of Dannylion usernames out there. They're all guys. It's weird. I found one girl on Twitch who's a Dannylion. She accidentally ended up in my stream and was like, "Oh my god, hi!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, hi! Hey, you!" So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Living. And you can find me at Mink the Satyr. That is Satyr, like the mythological creature, not the Jewish sad meal.
Okay.
I get that a lot. Well, a lot of people accidentally pronounce it as Mink the Satyr, and my answer is not no, but I am a mythological creature, you see. I do Twitch streaming 3 times a week. You can find me on twitch.tv/Mink the Satyr. You can follow all of my adventures on social media. I'm not hard to find. If you just write Mink and Satyr, you will find me.
Only one out there.
Oh, well, I mean, that I know of.
I'm pretty sure.
You're inviting a lot when you say only one out there.
Incoming 70
Anybody
duplicates.
who has Mink the Satyr after you is just a wannabe.
Well,
you heard it here.
Heard it here first.
Speaking of a wannabe, I want to be full of Panera. So,
all right,
friends, loved ones, it has been super real.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see
Much
you all
love.
next time.